12 years. It has now been 12 years since Angry Birds Go. So, I will go over the game and I'll show stuff. First off, here's the phone that runs Angry Birds Go. It has a lot of apps that aren't on any of the app stores anymore. You see I have four different versions of Angry Birds Go. I have an original one, Angry Birds Go Ultimate, Angry Birds Go Nitro, and Angry Birds Go FE or Fun Edition. Well, before we get into that, let's go over a backstory. So, if you haven't heard, in I think 2019, Rovio took down like a lot of their older games, and Angry Birds Go was one of them. But before that, you see, the golden era of Angry Birds Go was the 1.0 updates, because in I think 2016 they dropped an update that completely revamped the game for the worse, because everyone hated it. So that's why everyone likes the 1.0 updates. A notable 1.0 update would be 1.8.7. I don't know why, but I know it's a pretty notable update when most people talk about Angry Birds Go. Another thing before we get into the update, you might be wondering what's in this box. Well, if you haven't heard of this thing called telepods, around the time of Angry Birds Go's release, they had telepods for that game and a couple other games. Keep that on. So, I'm just going to show one of the cards. I don't want to spoil what the cards look like later. Come on. There we go. Set that there. So let's explore a game. I'm going to go with Ultimate first. I've yet to be Ultimate, as it's a very grindy game. That's one of the downsides of Angry Birds Go 1.0. It's very grindy. I'm just keeping the sound down. So yeah, you can see right here, focus. That's the T button, or telepods. You tap that, it will focus. It will ask you to grab your cart. And what I have here is the scanner. So give me a moment to set it up. Okay, now we're going to carefully move it over. It does not work for some reason. Yeah, it says, we're not able to verify your toy. And these do work. I've used them before. So it's kind of weird. But yeah, unfortunately, that's like a downside. My theory is that it's on a newer Android phone that was not supposed to run Angry Birds Go 1.0 updates. That's my theory. But I could be wrong, because I do get Angry Birds Go Nitro to work one time. Okay, so next we're going to go into Fun Edition, which, as the name implies, it's actually really fun. You can see it's on 1.1.0. Yeah. I don't know what update that was. So you see everything's blue this time. Have the telepods button. I don't think it works, but it doesn't have to work, because let's go into Seedway. Gives you infinite money and gems, and you can just go down to the carts. Another cool thing about this mod is that you can use carts from different worlds on each map. So like this one is for the air maps where you fly. This one is, I think this is the one that's designed for this area. Why did my brightness go down? What is going on? There we go. I don't know why I did that. This one's another air car. Yeah, there's a lot of cars that are not supposed to be in this map. But one thing I really like about Angry Birds Go is how nice some of the maps look. A good example is Sub-Zero. I don't know why focusing is such a big issue on this. I think like track 2 and 3 are some of the most nicest looking maps in Angry Birds Go. You can already just see right here, it looks really nice. It's gonna be hard to drive with one hand. I mean, I could change it to tilt controls, but I'm just gonna kind of show you. Also, you can just spam each character's ability, but sometimes my phone presses the button. So yeah, it looks so nice. So yeah, that's a little example. There's 5 different areas to choose. Each area has 3 except for Seedway. Seedway is the tutorial area for the game. So you can see here we have Jenga. It doesn't work in this mod, but I'm not worried about it. But yeah, that's pretty much Angry Birds Go. I would really like to see a remaster of the game, but I don't think Rovio cares about the game enough to do something like that. Let's see, did I ever try to get this one work? I mean, this one might be able to read telepods. I can try it real quick, hold on. Alright, now I'm going to carefully slide this over and we're going to see if that works. Yeah, again, just hits me with the we're not able to verify your toy. Just sad, because these are so cool when they worked. I might have one more way to get it to work, and that's through a emulator. And what I mean by that is that you can download this app that emulates like old Android versions. So this one would be able to emulate Android 7, I believe. So I'm going to load into that. So this is the Android emulator. I do have a version of Angry Birds Go, but it doesn't work. So unfortunately, that's the only one I do have. So I'll have to download some more Angry Birds Go APKs, and that can be for another day. I'm gonna go into Angry Birds Go Nitro. This is a good mod if you just want to play a normal Angry Birds Go experience. Well, it's not normal, but it's a good Angry Birds Go experience. Credits to these people who made the mod. I'm just glad people still care for this game. Unfortunately, it's the Halloween version, but for some reason it's the only version that works on my phone, which is strange, but okay. You see that your characters have, you see in the original game, you see these cupcakes. Well, your character had 5 of them, and it'd take a couple hours for them to replenish. But I think this gives you double the amount. I think that's probably 10. You see, I beat this game. I grinded because I love Angry Birds Go. It is my favorite Angry Birds spin-off of all time. My second would be Bad Piggies. But yeah, I remember having an old Samsung tablet that had the old version of Angry Birds Go. Like, it was never on 2.0. I believe the last update was the Halloween update. Like, the actual Halloween update. Not this Halloween update, but the actual Halloween update. It says new content for Air, but unfortunately I wasn't able to like scan in my carts. I could try it again. Maybe it'll work this time because it used to work. So give me a moment again. All right, let's try this again. Let's see if it works. Yeah, that's what I thought. It's just generally sad to see some of these functions of the game not working anymore. That's weird. It's not letting me back out. Must be a glitch. That's strange. Never experienced that. Just give me a moment. Or actually, no, never mind. Just gonna see what's taking it so long. So yeah, this is just like a functional APK of the old Angry Birds Go. So if you want to play the most vanilla experience, I'd just search for an Angry Birds Go APK. I would not get it on iPhone because it would take a long time to do it, I think. I'm not even sure if it's possible. I would just get a cheap Android phone. This one was $50, I think, at Dollar General. and then you can just download a vanilla APK, which this will take extreme amounts of grinding. Look at this, five cupcakes, like I said. So, and you see, I've not gotten very far with the game because again, it's super grindy. But I don't have much left, so let's go into the cars of the game. Right here we have this car. I don't know what it's called. I just know this is Stella. You see right here, this is where it's supposed to scan, but it just doesn't with that scanner. Next up, we have Corporal Pig in this car. I don't know what it's called. I do not remember any of the names for these cars except for a couple. Again, QR code right here does not work. These are pretty well detailed too. Next we have Matilda. I think this is like the tub copter or something like that. Again, like pretty well detailed. I gotta give them credit for that. Next we have Bomb. I think this is like the Big Bang or something like that. I don't remember these names. I think you can actually use these to like erase them. Yeah, you can, because I know there was an ad in 2013 advertising Red and King Pig like going down this like little Hot Wheels looking track. So yeah, it's possible to get them to race. I have a duplicate of both of these. So I have the first ones and the second ones. That's what I mean by duplicate. Next we have Chuck. I don't know what's wrong with his eyes. And last, we have Red in this car. This, I think, was one of the cars that was showed off in the ad that I mentioned. Well, that's everything. I'm glad that the game has survived for 12 years, via fans, of course. The game only really survived 6 years from Rovio. But nonetheless, I'm very glad that we managed to keep this game alive for now 12 years, and I hope to see way cooler mods for this game.